Everything that God created was created with a destiny, even the animal and plant kingdom. Nothing exists without a predestined life. And I'm going to show you that today. I want to begin with a few general statements. Number one, every human was created by God to live life with meaning and purpose. You were not created just to make a living. And number two, until you discover that purpose for which you was created, you will never be fulfilled. Never. You'll be frustrated, disillusioned, tired, grumbling and disgruntled, not knowing why you're waking up on Monday mornings. I want to begin today with what I call the 5 questions of the human heart. I want you to write them down. These questions are the most powerful questions on earth. They are the most important questions on planet Earth. And these 5 questions control every human life. As a matter of fact, the clothes you wear are controlled by these questions. Where you live right now was controlled by these questions. What you studied in college or what you are studying in college now is controlled by these questions. The friends that you've decided to associate with in your life are controlled by these questions. These questions control how you fix your hair, how you cut your hair. They control how much money you spend on your clothing. These 5 questions are so powerful, they control every industry on earth. These 5 questions control the crime in this city. These 5 questions control corruption in politics and corruption in the pulpit. These 5 questions are the source of the gangs in your city. These 5 questions make a dope dealer sell dope. These 5 questions cause a woman to leave her husband and a husband to leave his wife. These 5 questions cause people to abuse their children. These 5 questions are the source of all the immoral behavior in your community. These 5 questions control the clothing industry. They control the real estate industry. These 5 questions control every human being on planet Earth. 6.7 billion people on Earth are trying to find the answer to these 5 questions. I know all of them are. As a matter of fact, the man sleeping under the bridge tonight is trying to find the answer to these 5 questions, and the man living by the sea in a $2 million house is trying to find the same answers. Everyone, black, white, yellow, pink, orange, we are all controlled by these 5 questions. Matter of fact, you came here to this meeting today because of these 5 questions. These 5 questions are so powerful that these were the questions that drove Jesus to act the way he acted and do what he did. They even controlled him. And the problem is, until you answer these 5 questions, you can never have a meaningful life. These 5 questions are the source of all human behavior. They motivate everything you do. I'm sure by now you want to know what they are. First question, write it down. Number 1, who am I? It's a tough question. It seems simple, but it's not. Because the average person here, sitting here today, don't know who they are. That's why you wear other people. It's called brand names. Because we don't know who we are, we wear people's images like Calvin Klein and Fubu and Nike and Giorgio. We have to wear people to feel important because we don't know who we are. We cut our hair a certain way so we can look like other people. We We walk like other people, want to act and even preach like other people. We want to imitate because we have no identity. It's incredible how subtle this question is. And this question caused people to do foolish things even though they are intelligent. Who am I? The second question that controls your life is, where am I from? This question has nothing to do with ethnicity. As a matter of fact, the college professor have tried to fool you into believing that you came from some slime that became a salamander 6 million years ago on the beach, that became a tadpole, that became some lizard, that became a monkey, that became you. That's what I call evolution foolishness. But if you think you came from that, no wonder why we kill people. After all, what's the value of a chimpanzee? That's why life means nothing to us. We've reduced it to some sophisticated salamander with legs. It's not funny, because if they reduce your value, then killing you is no problem. Where are you from? And don't tell me that you are from some ethnic background, because you are so mixed up. If you try to find yourself by going back ethnically, you'll get lost. And you might find someone like me in your family. You might like it. Don't go back. Gotcha. And so we live in this false belief that we know where we came from. But we don't know where we came from. And until you know where you came from, your life has no value, because your value comes from your source. Where did you come from? Third question that impacts and controls your life is, why am I here? It's a tough question. It's the one we hate to talk about, because we want everybody to think we know why we're here, so we keep it quiet. But the average person in this room don't know why they exist. So we go to work every morning, stuck in traffic, get mad, go to the same job we hate, do the same work we hate to do, go back home to a house we can't sleep in, watch the news every night that depresses us, play our ball games, and then wake up the next morning, go through it again, and do it till we're 65, and then they fire us and give us a rocking chair and call it retirement. This is not life. And after you pay the mortgage off, you're too old to enjoy the house. What a frustration. Why are you here? The average person don't know why. So they keep busy. Even religion is being used to keep us busy, because we're afraid we don't know why we're here. Why am I here? The fourth question that frustrates every human being is, what can I do? What is my true ability? What is my true potential? What did I really have inside that I can do? Matter of fact, I guarantee you right now, the person sitting behind you are living far below their true ability. What we call success, God's ashamed of. You know, scientists have proven, according to their analysis, that every human only uses at least 10% of their brain power, and then they die. That means the average person uses 10%. So to be a genius, all you got to use is 12%. So even a genius is not a genius. People are so average, you don't need to do much to become a genius. What can you truly do? What is your true ability? And the last question is the roughest one. Where am I going? Now this one we don't talk about, because the average person wants you to think they know where they're going. Most people are simply going to old. Where are you going? I'm going to be old. What is your destiny? What is your sense of destination? What is your address for the future? What are you born to accomplish? How do you know when you're finished? The average person doesn't. So they just retire and rot. Senility and paralysis sets in. They have no destination for their lives. They live just to retire. This is frustration. You were not born just to retire. You were not born just to keep a budget going and to keep a mortgage payment. You're more important than paying light bills until you die.